multiple failed cycles trying with their own eggs and now has made the decision to move on to using a donor egg, asked, does the grief ever go away? So they're looking, I guess, for the silver lining or the light at the end of the tunnel. But what do you see? Like, what's the natural evolution and what can patients look forward to and what should they be aware of?
Everybody is unique. There is no wrong or right stages. There are no neat stages. Some people will be sad about their losses, but thrilled about ovum donation or adoption. Some people find that moving forward is what gives them the greatest healing. And by the way, research does suggest that because it ups your sense of control and you feel that you can begin to shape your destiny. So, you know, are you able to feel sad about a loss and even sorry for yourself that you went through so much and still excited about a possibility of moving on and, you know, adoring a child that may come from ovum donation? Absolutely. And that's the norm. You know, we're capable of complicated feelings. We have to survive very complicated lives, more so now than ever before in human history.
Yeah.
But it's a really good question. The answer is yes. The sadness may never go away, but it won't be primary anymore. And it will, you know, it will be a memory. It will be, you know, how sad that I never got to know that child. It's all okay. It's all right. If you're finding you can't move on, please reach out to somebody and get some help.
And we feel like we have to feel a certain way and something's wrong if I can't just move on from these negative feelings of the past and what happened. And now am I not 100% excited about moving on to using a donor? Like, what's wrong with me? And I think that, like you said, feelings are complicated and you don't have to feel one feeling and it's not two-dimensional. It's not black and white. But in my experience, and I always am very careful to say that I don't want to sugarcoat things and say, you know, I've never had a patient regret anything, because then the person that feels like they're having that regret feels like something's wrong with them. And like you said, there's no wrong or right. But I honestly do think I've seen patients go through some really hard times and try really hard to make something work. And when it doesn't work, it's so devastating and it's so hard for them. But I've seen, especially the patients that have continued to stay in treatment, they haven't dropped out, and maybe they've moved on to using a donor egg and now they're successful. It's such a beautiful thing to be able to see that transition and to help them get through that hard time and out through the other end, because at the end of the day, it is very healing. Like, they did get to their end goal and they did realize their dream. And it's a really wonderful thing to be able to get them to that point. And I just haven't had patients where the negativity of the past and what they went through and the things that didn't work out overshadows the positivity of their future decision and moving forward towards their goal. I just haven't seen that.